What's up, Chroma fans? Ergonyx here with the second video in my tutorial series. This one I'm going to cover some advanced topics like layer priorities, on-key press and automatic guidelines that you'll probably want to follow, some walls that you're probably going to hit while creating your profiles, how to stack multiple wave effects on a single layer instead of multiple layers, and let's get to it. I'd like to apologize for taking so long to get this video out, but it is here now, so let's get this started. So I'm going to start off by deleting these and explaining more or less the priority of the layers. Now your topmost layer will be reactive followed by ripple, and then your mid layers will be wave and then breathing. And your bottom layers, because there's no gaps in the effect, will be spectrum cycling and static. Now obviously static's always going to be right at the bottom because it's going to overwrite everything below it. Same with spectrum cycling because there's no interruptions in the effect. So I'm going to start this, or move on to the on-key press and automatic effects. Alright, let's add a wave here. We'll give it some random thingy. On key press ends never, and we'll add a ripple effect, which is on key press as well. Now, as you can see, even though the wave is also an on key press event, the ripple is the only one that's going to show. If I swap these around, then the only one that's going to show is the wave effect. Now, I'm not quite sure why they decided to do it this way. I mean, ripple should be able to work over top of the wave, but it doesn't. At least not when they're both on key press events. So, if you want to have multiple effects on a single set of keys, like with my Cylon profile, you're going to have to use one on key press and one automatic. Otherwise, you won't be able to. One of those very tedious things. So let's show these on automatic. Gotta change this to end never. Because the ripple's on top, it's the only one you see. If I swap them around, the wave will be the only one you see. Same reasoning behind the on-key press. You can't really have two on-key press events and two automatic events on a single key. Now, let's scrap these two layers, and I'm going to get into stacking multiple wave effects on a single layer. Now, I learned how to do this from Badluckjack. I'll put a link or an annotation or something up so you guys can go check out his YouTube channel as well. And oops, accidentally hit the microphone mute button. Alright, so, right, back to it. Multiple wave effects on a single layer. Let's go this one, and we'll go, actually let's do this row. As you can see, both effects are in sync. They're both going from left to right on both sides. Now, let's switch the top row to 270. It's got to be exactly 270 because that's how I am. Now that they're switching around, we can also change that row to be a different gradient effect. When you're putting multiple wave effects on a single wave layer, you can only use the standard 5 or a single custom layer. So you have your pick of 5 standard built-in gradients that you can't change. Another thing I hope Razer will change in the future is allowing us to create our own, basically like a subset of gradient effects, and one custom effect. If you want multiple custom wave effects, you will have to create multiple layers. That's really the only time you'll need to create multiple wave layers. When you're doing multiple wave effects on a single layer, let's see with the rainbow here, as long as any setting, even if you just change this gradient, it will allow it to be, allow it to be on the same layer as other effects. Like, let's do this row. We'll add the rainbow effect. Let's do this one with the 50%. So currently I have 3 different wave effects on this one. Now let's do a yellow and green, going sort of at an angle. And let's do one more just cause. And we'll do this one with the red and orange. Actually, let's do, we'll do the red and orange, and we'll speed this one up. Actually, we'll just use fast setting. So we have 5 different wave effects on a single layer at the moment. Actually, I'm going to drop this one to 10%. Pew pew. So yeah, that's how you can kind of cut down on the number of layers that you're going to be using when you're creating your effects. And that also more or less covers the advanced kind of topics that I wanted to get into. I think probably the rest of my videos are going to be how to achieve different effects like lightning. The same thing is the bounce effect from my Cylon profile, my timers, things like that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, do a get up dance, record yourself with my video in the background. Okay, don't do that. I'm pretty sure none of you want to dance with my profile in the background. Alright, have a good one, guys, and keep making those awesome profiles.